Good morning, y'all. We back in the building. Oh, we are back in the building. How y'all doing today? I hope amazingly. So for everybody, if this is your first time tuning in, we are the Tux. We are the Tux, and we are the host of the Couples Lounge Show. Let me give y'all a little bit of an intro of who we really are. Who are you about to get to experience on today? Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Hey, let's go. You are now tuned in to the Couples Lounge Show.
It's live, it's real, it's entertaining.
That morning show telling you what somebody should have told you about love, marriage, and relationships. Ain't nobody doing it like us.
Because they ain't us.
New episodes every Saturday, giving you something to talk about. All right, so y'all heard it. We're about to give you something to talk about. I'm your girl, Candace, and this is my sexy husband, Ramon, and we are about to talk about our 20-year journey, y'all. We didn't do a show about our anniversary. We normally do an annual show whenever it's our anniversary. And we didn't do it because we were in Florida, but we're going to do it on today. 20 years, inside scoop of what marriage is really about. Our experience. And so we're going to open up the floor for y'all to ask us questions about anything that you want to know about our marriage. That's just something I came up with this morning.
Okay. Wait, what?
So y'all are going to be able to ask us questions, and we'll try to get to those. We'll try to answer all of them, but we have our own flow of what we're going to discuss. So 22 decades together in marriage, but almost 30 decades together.
30 decades.
I mean, 3 decades. Why I keep saying 30? 3 decades. So almost been together for 30 years. We've been together 27 years, y'all.
Yeah.
27 years. Married 20. So we're going on this journey, y'all. We're going to let y'all in on what it's been like for us. What's up, Melody? Good morning. Good morning. And y'all know what to do. Share the show when you come on. Like we said, we're giving y'all something to talk about. In regards to relationship. What's up, Precious? Hey, Danielle. What's up, PIPI? So marriage is the pinnacle of relationships. It's the highest point. It's the point that all of us should be this is my opinion, should be striving for in marriage. I mean, in our relationships. It's the pinnacle. I was looking at something with Major on it yesterday, and him and his wife have been married for like a year and a half. They got married during COVID.
Who is Major?
That sings oh God, he sings he sings love songs, R&B singer. And he was like, y'all tell us what we need to know. I said, see, they need the book. Somebody should have told me. He was like, I didn't realize we're going to be arguing like within the first week. I didn't know that. So share with us. And so that's what we want to do today. It's the ultimate goal. Marriage shouldn't complicate your relationships. You know, I heard people say that. And when we got married, things got complicated. Being married should not complicate your relationship. It's going to make you grow. It's going to make you become stronger. It's going to push you in different levels that as dating, you know, you don't have to do. So I'm going to say it shouldn't complicate your relationship. So let's tell the people about our love. Oh yeah, he sings, "This is why I love you."
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Precious. Yes, I couldn't think. I was going Music Soul Child in my head, and I'm like, no, not that song. So why do you think we had the genuine connection that we did off jump? Dating. Why do you think you were genuinely Like we just vibe like that. So we're gonna give y'all a little bit of the beginning, but then we jumping into the 20 years.
Hey, I don't know. We were just cool. We were just friends. I think that's what we were just cool. We liked the same thing. Basketball. Magic Johnson was our favorite player. Things of that came, 2-parent households. We just connected friendly on the friendly level. That's why I think we was friends.
I agree with that. I agree. We met in college, and I don't think we didn't have all this. We didn't have a lot of expectations, so to say, of each other. We like genuinely met. We was rocking together. It was that y'all seen that TikTok. This is my best friend. When you see him, you see me. When you see me, you see him. That's how we were in college. Where you saw Boat most of the time, you saw Candace. And that's just how we were together all the time. And so, like you said, I think we were just having fun. You know, we were pledging.
I wasn't pledging at that time.
You wasn't pledged, but I pledged. I pledged my freshman year. So he went through that experience with me. Then he went through me pledging Delta. And so genuinely friends. And I think I always said we were different versions of each other. And so I think that's why we connected like we did out top. Again, if y'all missed the announcement at the beginning, y'all are free to ask us any questions that you would have about our love story and how we just have been one the last 20 years.
How long? Precious asked the question.
Okay. How do you handle him when you know what he's about to do is not going to go right? My best friend always tells me this, that God made me for Mun because couldn't nobody else handle Mun. And to know, because I know him, it's like I have to know the approaches that I have to take with him without it feeling, well, sometimes honestly it does feel heavy for me to know that I have to come up with this mastermind approach for him so that he can receive what I'm saying. So sometimes I just try to find the balance of, okay, this time I know, let me try to come like this, let me try to come like that.
But that's almost most people.
She asking me, so I'm responding for me. And so I know that's how I have to be. But then sometimes I'm like, I'm just going to come and I just got to trust that God will allow him to receive it like I'm saying it. Or even if it's an action. Because sometimes it can get weighty trying to process all of that in my mind of how to come to him. And so that's kind of how I handle it. And when he is in his, I call rah his rah, when he like that, now I'm at the point where sometimes I just look at him. I don't even engage. I just look and I let him do what he got to do and go up where he need to go. And I know he going to eventually come down. And sometimes I just look or I keep my tone. I go into Janet and I just keep my tone just like this when I'm talking. So that's how I do it. Babe, what's the difference between love and like? How does that look in a marriage? Love and like. Like, I love you, but like, how does it look?
You don't always like your spouse. And contrary to popular opinion, you won't always like your spouse. You can be happily married, and there's times where you don't like your husband. You don't like him. You don't like your wife. I don't like her. You might not want to hear that, or people don't like not tell you that, but it's the truth. There will be a time where you do not like your spouse. That doesn't mean you don't love them. Love them is when you love them. That's a being. That's an action word. You are their best interest at heart. You'll still do. You'll get up in the middle. What's that old Gerald Levert in the middle of the night? What he say? Get up and buy you a bag of chips. just to keep. I ain't
Sing it, baby. Sing it.
Again, love is I'll do any and everything for you, even though I don't like you. If I don't love a person, if I don't like you, I'm not doing a darn thing for you. F you, forget you. Don't look at me. Don't ask me nothing. But if I love you, you know, ain't nothing I do. I give you my last dollar right now, even though I can't stand you at this moment. I get this gun and I'm gonna go out and shoot everybody that's trying to come in this house to do you harm. I'm gonna lay down my life for you. But I don't like you right now though. But I'll go ahead and, you know, go get the keys and y'all get somewhere.
I would say
that makes sense.
Like is having you have them moments where you don't like, you know, you don't like an action that they did.
No, I don't like you at times. I don't like Candace. It's not your action. I don't like you at times.
Why wouldn't you like me? Like, what do you mean you don't like me?
I don't like you. I don't like Candace. And you telling me there's never been a point in our marriage
but
that you don't like me.
Because it's something that you've done. It's something that you've done.
Well, hey, you can only answer for Candace.
It's something that you've done that I don't like. So yes, it is causing me not to like you in that moment based off of your action. And so I think love is,
I get that.
Love is the umbrella. Like it is it's permanent. The love is there. The love is always there. The like is what tends to it has its moments where I don't like you. I don't like what you're doing. I don't like what you're saying. I don't like how you moving. I don't like that.
I agree.
But like you said, that love, oh, you're not feeling good. I don't even like you right now. But because I love you, I'm going to go do this or I'm going to go do that. And for me, I try to move out of that not liking you right now stage quickly. But that's where I am now, where I want to move out of that space quickly. So if we need to talk about it, let's talk about it. If we need to take a moment to ponder on what we did wrong, we need to take a time out. But I don't want to be in this I don't like you space long at all. So I personally move myself out of it fairly quickly. That is my goal. That is my desire. Yes, love covers all things. Absolutely. Absolutely. So you got the next one?
Failure in marriage. Did you or do you have this experience?
Do I feel like I failed in marriage? I've had those moments where I felt like what do I do now? Like definitely when we was almost in a divorce. So y'all, it's been 10 years since we had that moment where we were considering divorce. For those that haven't followed our story, 10 years into our marriage, we were almost at a divorce. And I did almost, at a divorce moment. I felt like, okay, this is going to be a failure if we don't make it. So why couldn't I have done something differently? Or why does it seem like I cannot change this situation? Not realizing that it does take both of us to actually do it. But it's that, dang, I can't figure this out. That's what it is. That's when I feel like when I can't figure it out, when I can't move the needle, is when I feel like a failure when it comes to marriage. I kind of I've been having this experience with my kids with finances lately, which I know is just a grow moment, but I don't like the place that that they are in and what they're having to experience. So it was at times where I wrestle with, am I failing them in that area? So I would say, yeah, that has been my truth with that. Feeling like I failed at some point in the marriage.
I never looked at it that way, but I will agree. Yeah, I would agree. Back at that, man, that seems so long ago. Goodness, that seems so long ago. But when we was there, I never like, man, I'm a failure. I'm failing in this marriage thing. That thought never. I thought the marriage was over, or it was on the way to being over.
Mm-hmm.
But I never looked at, okay, I have failed. I'm a failure. That I don't know, I was too busy caught up in it at that particular time.
Mm-hmm.
So that train of thought, it just never, I never thought like that.
So even when I've when we was talking one time on the show just the other day, like a woman feeling like a man feeling like he can never please his woman. Have you ever felt like that? And would that equate to feeling like I'm failing, like I can't seem to please her?
Yeah, no, yes and no. I never thought, again, I never looked at it as I'm a failure.
Mm.
Um,
Or failing?
or failing, no. Have I ever felt like, man, I just can't please her? At some point, at one point, yes. Then I just realized women, women are just different. They think different. They communicate differently. Y'all feel differently. You're constantly thinking. You're constantly wanting. Your wants are constantly changing, and you just, it's a lot when you partake in, as a man, in getting a relationship with a woman. It is a lot. It is, having a woman is a major responsibility. It's especially a wife. It is a major, and I'm not speaking down on it. I'm saying you can't. Oh, I just got a girl. This, no big deal. No, my brother, it's the big deal. It's the big deal. Emotionally, financially, it is a big deal. Spiritually, sexually, all of that is a big deal. So, if I couldn't please you and her because okay, dang, you used to like this, now you want this, now you want this. Man, that's just come with being a woman. So did I look at myself as a failure? I did not. I did not.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, Kimberly asked, how did you block out naysayers? Meeting so young, you had to have friends that thought you were doing too much too soon.
Right.
I'm gonna let him. I didn't have that experience.
I didn't either. No, I mean, you get teased. What the hell is that look for? You get teased because you had a girl, you going to kick it with your girl, but nobody said don't be with her. Why are you with her? Why you do it? No.
So how did you manage that, having that teasing, that playing? Because y'all did a lot of that.
I didn't care. I just didn't give a dang.
Oh.
I just didn't care. I didn't care. You say whatever. I knew I had a good one. That what kept me at that particular time was her character, the type of person I thought she was, made me stick around and be like, oh, okay, she's a little different. She wasn't, and how do I say, she wasn't like the rest. Put it that way. In college, you can have,
And I didn't have. I guess my friends knew, like they knew Candace, but like literally, we were together all the time, and so I know, like my freshman year, I missed out on a whole bunch of kicking it because I was with him, road trips, stuff like that, because I was with him, and I guess my friends just knew, like Candace probably ain't going, or Candace, you going? Nah, me and Mon, such and such, such and such. And it was. I never was teased. It was just like it was understood.
And mine didn't tease me like that. Just when we was all together, then they'll tease. We may throw some, but we did that. We always.
Yes, y'all were very crazy. Who normally apologizes first? I think that has shifted now for us. I would say if you had asked us that question some years ago, Precious, I would definitely say Mom would, but I feel like now that role has shifted, and like I said, I'm all about peace, love, and joy. So I am able to.
So you say you apologize for? You don't apologize often. No, you don't.
If I feel, yes, I do. If I feel like I have messed up, I will come and apologize to you, because I don't.
You wouldn't. I said, first of all, you don't feel like you're wrong much. So therefore, I'm not hearing my bad. I messed up. My apology. I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that often or much. I didn't say I don't hear it. Do I hear? Have I heard it? Of course. Of course. Let me
Mm-hmm.
say that. Of
Mm-hmm.
course. Of
Mm-hmm.
course you have apologized. Of
Okay.
course you will apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not common, in my opinion. Am I wrong on that?
I apologize when I feel like I have messed up. I apologize.
Did the fish
Absolutely.
fresh, Your Honor?
I I don't. How I live my life now is I try to live it from a very loving place compared to in the past. And so yeah, I would say the roles have switched now.
Okay, being married since 2020 has we lived through COVID. How did you feel COVID impacted our marriage?
I really felt like I didn't feel like COVID worked for us because I feel like it caused us to be what do you call it? When you're just comfortable, is it complacent? When you just before COVID, we were having date nights, we were going out, we were doing things, da 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 da. Then COVID happened, and we're in the house with each other. So I think that first year was like, oh, I know for me, it was like, ooh, I get to rest, like because I was somebody that was tick 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 tick. I'm like, I enjoyed COVID the first year because like at home chilling, I really get to breathe, I get to take moments to just chill. But I think we got comfortable in the not doing.
Mm,
And
mm,
I believe that it by 2021, COVID was causing us, it was causing us to drift apart where mom was doing his own thing. I'm in here doing in the office doing my own thing. And we wasn't, it was like, well, we at home, but we spending time together. But you find out you ain't really spending time together just because you don't go nowhere and you don't go out. Being at home does not equate to spending quality time together. And I believe COVID impacted us. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So that's how I feel like COVID impacted us. It didn't work for us, my opinion.
I would have to agree with that. I mean, but when COVID first hit, my back was jacked up. So, man, golly, that was depressing. I almost borderline depressed. I thought my back was. I thought I was going to be crippled or something. It was that bad. So that it kind of shook me. But I will agree. Um, yeah, I will co-sign all that. I will co-sign all that. And that was just a simple, yeah, yeah, yeah. But sometimes I think it just took it too far. Sometimes you need to separate. I don't want to be up under this is me. This is me. You could knock me forward or whatever. I don't need or have to be under my wife 24/7. Wherever I go, she go. If I go to the grocery store, if I go
Well,
to the
that's
gym,
never been us.
that's not me. I don't have to sit up under you or have you up under me watching TV in the game. I could go to the room, to the man cave. You could be in the living room, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But we kind of went too far. And this is where I was in the man cave a lot or in the back patio a lot. So yeah, I would agree.
So when we have moments, and I'm calling moments those we don't like each other type deal, when we have moments in our relationships where it's disagreements or confusion, frustration with each other, what helps you shift back to center, back into alignment with me? What do you do? What do you think? What is your process like? If we are here, this is our oneness,
Okay.
but then we have a moment, a disagreement, chaos, confusion, whatever, and we do this. What helps you to come back here?
Me, um, a long time prayer, meditate, just thought, just sit back, analyze. I need to just analyze. Okay, what happened? What was said? What was done? Okay, now what? I mean, I need my a long time to process what has happened. I mean, it ain't major, but whatever it was, and just to get get my mind right, get back to it. Just I don't know, and yeah, that works too. Sex is always a great fixer. You can forget a lot of stuff after a good session. You have a good session like that, you ain't even mad no more. I ain't.
I disagree.
I mean, that's
I
just for me.
disagree.
I don't. I mean, I get it for you, but
No,
for
I
me,
disagree with you saying that a good sex session and you back.
huh?
That's not accurate.
That's not accurate.
No, that's not accurate.
Yeah, because
So
we ain't had because at that moment, at that particular day or two, we probably didn't have sex.
yeah, it just happened.
We
It
didn't
just
have,
happened. This situation just happened. So all that to say, y'all, that men do have emotions,
of
and
course.
sex doesn't always fix everything. Yes, sometimes it can. But if he's bothered just like we have emotions and feelings and stuff, they do too. And sex just does not just shift you back to being normal. It doesn't happen. But I would say what I do to shift back is it's really like it's like, okay, Candace, breathe. Coach yourself. Sometimes I do have to coach myself. I have to ask myself, is this really that big of a deal for us to allow this to extend longer than 30 minutes, longer than half a day? Like, what we doing here? Like, no. Okay, get yourself together. If you were at fault right here, what do you need to do now to make it right? Uh, how do you prevent it from happening in the future? So I go into coaching myself, and then I go to him and have a conversation. But internally, to shift me, I sometimes I do have to take a moment, and then I get myself back into alignment first, me, and then I will go to him and let's talk about it. Let's work it out. Let's try to see what's going on. So what did you do to get out of divorce mode? How long did it take to get back comfortable with knowing the marriage? Get comfortable with knowing the marriage is going to work and be happy.
Go ahead.
What did you do to get out of divorce mode? We went to counseling. Because I think I want to speak for me. I was in the mindset for a minute. I just never spoke it to him like, this marriage is not, this not finna last. This not finna last. And I would never forget that my cousin would ask me, Candace, why do you always say if you and mom get a divorce? Like, what? It took her, she said it to me like twice. And it was the second time, Nina. And it was the second time that she said it that it shook me like, you, what I know to be now, you are self-prophesying this over y'all marriage. Why am I saying? But that was the place that I was dealing with, struggling with internally, but I never spoke it to him. Right. So once we got to the place of we got to do something about this because it's not getting better and we don't know what we're doing. We better have somebody interrupt this process. We went to counseling. And it wasn't immediately after counseling that, oh, we went to counseling and now we back rocking and rolling. Because for one, our counselor wasn't that good. And so it was, I can remember telling myself, do not, whenever I found myself doing what was a part of the pattern, the silent treatments, the attitude, the throwing shade, finding myself doing that is like, no, stop, don't do that. Don't take your thought back to what he used to do. So it was like intentionality of breaking those patterns that I was accustomed to doing in this marriage. So I would say that journey of breaking up what had happened, I'm going to say what's popping up in my head is probably a year, to where we looked up like a year later and was like, oh, this is good. oh, this is real good. And we had found ourselves happier than what we were even prior to marriage. So that's what I'm gonna say was a process about a year.
Nah, man, that was well said. Yeah, well said. I completely agree. I was
Because I
there
think
about
right
that, girl.
after that is when we started working on the book and etc. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was definitely the marriage counseling is what interrupted the patterns of what we were doing. So you all are tuned into the Couples Lounge show. I'm Candace, and this is my husband Ramon. 20 years into marriage, we are giving y'all the inside scoop of what it really is about. Because when we go into marriage, you know, the church promotes it. Marriage is what's promoted. That is like the pinnacle. That's what you're trying to get to, but you really don't know what to expect once you get into the marriage. And so we just want to share a little bit of our 20 years together in a union as one.
I saw some. I don't know how true it is.
Y'all make sure y'all share the video if y'all haven't.
I don't know how true it is that the two-parent household in the Black community has risen. Golly, I forgot what the percentage was. It was high.
That's good.
Like extremely high compared to what it used to be. But now I don't. Again, people can make a meme. That don't mean it true. That don't make it true. I didn't research it, but I saw that. I was like, I need to. I was in the gym, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. But I didn't get a chance to look it up. But I just thought that I'd bring that up.
Okay. So what is something you never thought you would do, but because of marriage, you did it?
Oh, wow.
What is something you never thought you would do, but being in a marriage, you find yourself doing it?
Cleaned your stinking behind when you was pregnant. You was pregnant, giving birth to our son. Was it not baby girl? She used it on herself, trying to push when she wasn't supposed to. And she, oh Lord, baby. Oh Lord. Like, what the? Doctors wasn't in there. I had to get some tissue and clean my baby stinking behind. I didn't think I would ever have to do that to a grown woman. But I did that. I did that. Yeah, I got some tissue. I cleaned your behind, girl.
That's love, y'all. That's love. Oh, what is something that I never thought I would have to do but have done because of marriage? Oh, I want to say it's a good thing now, but probably wasn't always a good thing. It's like literally having to work through something with somebody that you just like. I just don't want, you know, the moments where I just don't want to. I don't want to try to work through it. I don't want to. Like, you know, when other relationships, it's like, if you think about a job, like, I don't want to be in this job no more. Like, I'm about to be out. I ain't got to try to figure out nothing with these people. Let me get through this year and I'm out. It with Mon and being in marriage, it's like, oh, you still got to work it out. You still got to figure it out. So let me go in here and try to talk this thing out. Like, oh, I don't want to do this. Like, it just like, oh, that's what I would say. I would never like, why can't I just leave it alone and just go on? It is what it is. Move around. Like, I don't want to do that. So Aaron said, good morning, Couples Lounging crew. Have an awesome weekend. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
What do you think? How do you feel our kids view marriage? Just marriage. I didn't say our marriage, but just what do you think our kids, what do you think their outlook on marriage is?
I think our kids love. Because our kids.
You think I doubt baby girl like that?
Yes. Our kids desire to be.
Why you say yes?
Because they desire to be in relationships. Like
her?
Yes. Like,
really?
Yes. And I just I listen to their conversations. No, like that they want to be with somebody, and they.
Why do you think she wants to be with
because
somebody?
She said it.
Why the hell she want to be with somebody?
Because I just think our kids they see the, like, I can't see everything. And so I also I try to be intentional about, even when they see us in disagreement mode, that they definitely see love. They definitely see us make up. They definitely see us
That
talk
don't mean
through
she needs to. She needs to feel this.
conversations.
I need to talk to her.
So they my intentions
Shut
is
up,
that they
Melanie.
see
That kind of
they
bothered
see
me. I
full
ain't gonna even lie.
circle. They see full circle. So I
They see,
definitely.
well, we're not kissing. Don't feel on me no more. Don't do none of that in front of them no
Oh,
more.
whatever,
I'm
boy.
dead
Get
serious.
over it. That's happening. And then you just see how we gross them out too. And I be telling them, y'all gonna do the same thing. Like when I grab on mom butt, or he grab on mine, or we kissing or something, they be like, ew. But I know y'all gonna mimic it. Y'all are going to do it.
Ain't.
So
She gonna wait
yeah.
till she married.
What have you learned about yourself because of marriage?
Self-control. I have more self-control than I realized that I had.
What that mean?
I have more self-control.
You didn't think you had self-control?
I didn't know I had it like I had it.
Mm.
I didn't know I had more control over my emotions, my actions like I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think what I've learned, and
Shut up, TK.
And I'm asking this question because you all have to understand that.
She better choke.
Understanding that because of marriage, it's going to be a mirror. It's going to show you. And so what I realized, what I've learned about myself because of marriage is that I didn't use my voice. That because of childhood, I didn't use my voice. And so in turn, my marriage showed me that, and it also encouraged me to start using my voice, because when you're dealing with a strong personality like this, you have to.
Yes, TK.
It brought that up and brought that out, and I didn't do it a lot at the beginning of our marriage, but I definitely do it now. I definitely do it now. You ain't listening to nothing I'm saying. Don't worry about it. So I would say that was something that I learned about myself. And I'm grateful that I did learn that, because me using my voice, I have to be able to do that in what I know God's plan and purpose is for my life. I got to be confident about who I am, what I say, this, that, and the other. And I know that our marriage, our good and our bad, has brought that up out of me, and has been a part of my spiritual journey. So that's what I would say. That's one thing. It's so much more that I've learned about myself by being married. And y'all understand that stuff that don't feel good, healing is trying to happen. Childhood wounds are trying to be healed. So as long as you feeling that angst in your spirit, it's a growth moment trying to happen. So either you get in the flow with the growth moment, or you keep resisting, you keep staying in your box, and you don't grow, you don't get better.
It don't happen to you, it happened for you.
Absolutely. He's listening. Okay. So
wait.
What?
Why baby girl feel like she?
Baby, we're not. This show is not about Kaya. This show is not about Kaya. She's gonna eventually get married and have a family, and you want that for her.
I'm cool with that.
Okay,
I'm
so
just saying, man.
Yeah, just
don't
get
be that girl.
Don't be what girl?
That you gotta be in a relationship.
I didn't say they gotta be. I said they desire to be. Desire to be. Yes, Candace. Ooh, me either. Same thing. But I ducked out divorce. I learned for real then. I didn't want to work anymore, but we are both better for it. We both needed to heal, but didn't know it then. Absolutely, TK. And then the thing about that is, some people come back together. They go apart because they didn't know in the marriage, but then they do their healing work and end up coming back together and living happily ever after. But you gotta be willing to heal.
Yeah, I don't. My humble opinion, I just don't believe a lot of people are ready for marriage. I think they're ready for marriage, but the
Mm,
sacrifice that requires to be happily married is not. I don't think everybody is willing to do or ready for. You have to sacrifice in a marriage. Sometimes you gonna have to sacrifice things you want for them, for your kids, for the household.
what?
A lot comes with being married, and it ain't always about you. And if you just make it all about you, your marriage is going to suffer. Make it about them. Make it about your family. And if your spouse is doing the same
Yeah.
thing,
Mm-hmm.
now, oh, okay,
It's a balance.
she's making
It's
it about me.
balance.
Dang, he's making it about me. And now we're happy. But if you're focused on you, then y'all really go. I mean, I don't know, man. I see and I say that because man, some of the conversations that I've heard, man, in fact, there was some conversations yesterday at the cigar lounge. Man,
Ooh,
I'm questioning, like, dang, bruh, why are y'all married? You really can't focus as a man. If you focus on making sure your wife is happy and your kids are happy, make sure they got what they want and what they need, and your wife is making sure her husband is happy. You know what? That man always buying, he's always doing this for us. I'm gonna make sure he had this. I don't care what he say. He said we don't need that. He don't need. No, you getting it, Negro. I'm gonna get you what you want. Now look what we're doing. We're both at that point happy. And I don't know, man. There's some brothers out here, man. I ain't gonna be that guy. I ain't gonna be that guy to speak bad on brother. Man.
Let me tell y'all this. This is what just popped up in my head. If you're at TK, she said she wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. Let me give y'all this. If you are thinking about marriage or even currently in a marriage, and you're asking yourself, am I ready for marriage? Let these be your follow-up questions. Am I ready to grow? Am I ready to learn? Am I ready to heal? Am I ready to have a better relationship with God? Am I ready to discover me? Those are the questions that you need to ask, because that is what marriage is going to cause you to do. So it's not necessarily people are getting divorced because you being resistant to what's happening now. If you with somebody who's abusing you, absolutely. But then you got to question yourself about that. Like, what caused me to attach to and enter into a marriage with somebody that's abusive? Then again, that's a grow moment. You get to grow. Marriage is about discovering, healing, growing, learning. That's what it is about.
And it's selfless.
That's what it is about. Can I post that on my page? Absolutely. Absolutely. How you start your marriage off unhappy.
I think he was talking about, we're going to talk about TK.
Oh, I don't know.
That was.
Yeah, they start. Okay. So what is, I just answered that question, but babe, I'll let you answer it.
What?
If you could give the men an answer, what is marriage really? Because it's not about the wedding day. That is not marriage.
I almost cussed.
What is marriage really?
It is a selfless love, desire. You got, as I'm speaking, I'm just speaking to the brothers.
Okay.
At this particular time. As a man, what is marriage? Man, it is a commitment with God first and foremost. It is something you've done and agreed upon with God that you vowed to do. You vowed to be loyal to this woman, to love this woman, to put this woman wants, needs, desires really above yours. You making her besides God, you making her the center of your universe. You're making sure this woman is happy emotionally, financially, spiritually, in every way that you can. Um, that's what you have agreed to do. And it is a serious commitment. Having a woman, having a wife is not, I just, I picked up some shoes at the store. No, 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 my brother. That's like you get a pet from the crib, and you got a potty train. That sounds horrible, but follow me. You got a pet from the store. It ain't potty trained. It does not know what to do. As a husband, when you get a wife, you train her in how you want your house to be ran, how you want to be loved, and this and that. And you will have the wife that you wanted, that you desired, but you have to model it by example. If you want a good spiritual wife and wife that has, okay, then you need to have a relationship with God. You need to be a good spiritual brother who prays and lines himself up with God. You want a loving wife, you need to be loving and forgiving and understanding. You need to be all of these things and show her, look, see, come here. This is how you do it. And you would have those things in a wife. Am I making sense?
You making sense.
Okay, I felt bad using it as an example as a pet, but I didn't mean it like that, y'all. Please don't take it the wrong. I did not mean it that way, like y'all pets. I promise I did. That just came to my mind. I did. I promise. I hope y'all feel. Anybody feel me on that? I hope that didn't sound horrible.
They know you crazy. Okay. So for me, I would say marriage is it is first and foremost a commitment to God. You have made a commitment to God that I'm going to show up. We have the thing about like they say, it ain't no instructions for parenting. There is instructions for marriage. The word is that if we really live by what it says a husband is to be and a wife is to be, we have the instructions. And so marriage is like I said, a commitment to God, and then that commitment to each other. Because we understand that we are together to show the world what God's love is for his kids. Marriage is about, let me help you become the best version of you, because God has called you to serve in a purpose and a plan individually. You help me become the best version of me, because God has called me to serve in a way in which I need to serve in this world for whatever he's called me to do. And collectively, our marriage is here to serve in some way us together. So marriage is really about helping each other become the best version of ourselves.
And if it's done correct, I'm sorry, babe.
By way of love. And that's the key. King sent me something the other day. The truth without love is brutality. So all that, I'm just keeping it real. If you keeping it real and it ain't no love in it, that is harsh. That is not loving. It is brutal. And then it said, love without truth is hypocrisy. And I was just like, oh my goodness gracious, thank you for that. So understanding that we are to show up in love. And the thing about it is, marriage is such a beautiful thing if we just learn the skills, the tools, the information that we need to know in order to do it. Not saying that you're not going to be without disagreement. That's going to happen. But when the disagreement come up, when you are being a certain way with your spouse, you're going to be able to move through that disagreement. And they don't have to turn into full-fledged arguments. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or fights, or verbal fights. Yeah. It doesn't have to turn into that. So that's what I'm going to say marriage is about.
Right.
Marriage is about.
If a marriage is done in the way it's designed, we're a beacon of light to the people.
Yeah. Ooh.
And I say we, I mean married people.
Yeah, because it's people are watching.
Yes, we
People
are
are
a
watching.
beacon of light. What do you mean, Ramon? How marriage people are a beacon of light? Well, let me answer your question. Let me answer my own question. A beacon of light, and man, that's a godly man that's following God. That is a godly woman that has submitted herself to her husband, who is following God, who's raising children in that same manner, and they're loving in that way. How's that not a beacon of light?
Yeah.
That's when it's done correctly in the way it is intended to be.
And the reason that we can't, that some, or when we're struggling in our marriage, is when we are resistant to the change that's trying to happen for you individually. So that's why when we are working with couples, like, well, y'all may not know, but the couples that have worked with us, it's like, well, now starting in 2022, we created a program that's called the Power Couple. And it is really helping you heal, helping you take ownership of yourself. What's going on with you right now? And that was what is so powerful in the realization that we've had, is to look here first. Take care of her first. Fill this cup up first. And my overflow, he gonna get the greatness. When he filled up, when he do his work, when he heal, him showing up in greatness is gonna reflect me. But if he operating in fear because he don't know who he is, or he fearful of stuff externally, he can't show up as his best self for me, and vice versa. If I'm operating in fear, jealousy, doubt, all of that, I can't show up as my best self.
Can effective communication be learned from one another?
Yeah, it can be. But the thing about it is, what I've learned from us, we couldn't effectively communicate because we had got to a point where we was on the opposite team. We was no longer a team. Right. And then we didn't know certain skills. It is skills and tools to communicating. And we didn't have those. And it took, like, for as me being a counselor, so I'm learning different skills because of that's just how God works. I'm going through to different trainings and this, that, and the other, and I'm going out and I'm learning, oh, this is how this can be communicated. So I bring it back to the house. I learned a new skill. I learned a new tool. Let me try it out in my marriage. Let me try it out with my kids. Right. And so absolutely, you help each other. The first sign that y'all not communicating effectively, that lets you know that we got to change. And I know I'm not communicating because you're not hearing me. And so, yeah.
Well, I like looking at older couples that's 60, 70, 80, that's been married forever. I don't know. That was random. I'm sorry.
And
I like seeing them together in public and holding and kissing and
because that means that you desire to get to that point. That's great that you desire to get to that point. Y'all, why does my husband? We've been together 27 years. His chest is the whole reason we are together. That's the whole reason. Mom, get back in this camera.
Well, stop. Come on with the
show. And he be acting like I can't feel on his chest. Like, what is that about? What is that really about?
Come on, man. We're doing the show.
No, I'm serious.
I am too. We're doing the show.
What is this about?
It's, man, really.
Why can't I
get out of counseling mode. Get out of counseling.
Why can't I touch on your chest? There you go. And don't be fighting me like that, okay? Okay, thank you. He did used to even fight when I first started doing it. I was
then come on with the show, man.
Whatever.
Come on with the show.
What would you say?
No, what would you say is most rewarding? You answer the question first.
What do I say is the
most challenging? Forget the most reward. What is the most challenging part about being married? And if you're married,
y'all post this. If you married, what is the most challenging part that has been for you? Post it in the link. Elaine, it's all right if your spouse sees it. It's the truth.
Here's the most challenging part for me. No, you're first. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You better not say what I think you're going to say, because I'm going to have a comeback today.
I have
Oh,
no clue what you're talking about. To be honest,
the most challenging part for us,
no,
I
I didn't say for
from
us for marriage. What is
from
the most
no,
challenging
but this is
part?
this is our show. This is about our
But
union.
I'm speaking this
No,
about for
it's about our union. Our union. This is about us. So the most challenging part for us, I would say, is communication. It's
for
communication.
for me is dealing with somebody else. You're dealing with an imperfect person. When you're dealing with somebody that's imperfect, it can be challenging. So they're not perfect, so they're going to make mistakes. And when they make mistakes, that can be challenging. Why are you looking like that? Just didn't make any sense.
That's your truth.
How did that not make any sense to you?
That's your truth. That's your truth.
And I can safely say with confidence, I'm not speaking for every brother.
You speaking for you.
But I'm speaking for a lot of us.
You speaking for you.
It can be challenging when, especially when the other party, especially mostly women, don't feel that they're wrong a lot of the times. When you're dealing with someone who's rarely wrong in their mind, that's challenging. I'm being funny, but I'm being dead serious as I can be. When you're dealing with someone who feels they're hardly ever wrong, they're right all the time, that is challenging, extremely challenging. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I'm not even gonna come back on. I'm not even gonna say anything about that.
Okay.
Well, actually, I am gonna say something about that
I really don't
because more times men try to. Let me say now. I'm not gonna speak for men. I'm gonna say this one right here.
Okay,
Tries to say that I think that I'm right most of the time, and I can say the very same thing. When Mon says something, when he has an opinion about something, he feels like it's right. He don't understand why me or the kids don't see it his way, or even other people when he's arguing with people. It's stupid. It's dumb. He does the exact same things. No, you do not always admit when you are wrong. No,
always. First of all, if I
you
don't,
don't.
I don't mean it because I don't think I'm wrong at that particular time. But when I'm wrong and I feel that I'm wrong, I have zero issues with it. Yeah, I was wrong on that one. Dang, I was tripping. My bad. Yeah, I was wrong. I got zero issues doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Zero issues doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that. So you telling me I don't admit when I'm wrong? Why you now you being
like no, I'm not being funny.
So I don't admit when
I'm gonna say this.
I don't.
I'm gonna say this. Wow. You do, and it goes back exactly to what I was saying at the top of the show about myself. When I feel like I am wrong, or I see that I am wrong, I do apologize. It's the same thing with you. Sometimes you don't see it, and I might feel like you was wrong, but because you didn't see it, you don't apologize. But I think that's the importance of communicating, that although you didn't see it as being wrong, this is my experience with it. Okay. This is how I felt about it. Okay. Now, even if you don't feel like you're wrong, once I acknowledge what my experience was like in that moment, okay, now an apology, I'm not gonna say it should come, but if you feel a need in that moment, apologize. And I do. And I'm just speaking that for couples, because sometimes you may not feel like your actions were wrong, or how you said you didn't mean it like that. So so you don't apologize. But once I come to you and say, this has been this was my experience, and how I just experienced you was boom, 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 boom. And at that moment, you can make the choice.
What's the most rewarding thing about marriage?
The most rewarding thing is that I have somebody that I can be 110 with far as how I'm feeling, how I'm thinking, what I'm going through. I'm that comfortable with him that I know that I have that with somebody, and I don't mind doing it. It's like I'm just gonna rip it up. You gonna know. I don't even care what I'm transparent anyway. But even with him, I get to just and so too, that's a rewarding thing, to have somebody to come home to, that even on a bad day, or if I'm having a moment, that I can just go to him and be like, I just need you to hug me right now. To have that, like, it's rewarding to, other than I'm just single, I'm by myself, I'm having these hard days and hard times, and
Yeah, I
I
believe.
don't have that. So
Yeah, I agree.
that's
The
me.
most rewarding thing about marriage is having someone to tackle life with, someone who has my best interest at heart, to tackle this world, this life, and everything that comes with it. Um, have some. I got somebody with me to do this. Um, what you laughing?
Mama.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
cool.
Candace out. Yeah, I saw that, Elaine. That's Mama. I ain't even comment on that, Mama. Uh, but having someone to tackle life with, because life can be extremely challenging at times. Life can be taxing in so many areas. And I mean, we can have to do a show on that, but to have someone with you that's genuinely with you on your side to face this world with, uh, is a beautiful thing, and it's most rewarding. Um, and truth be told, when you're happily married, and I mean happily married, I didn't just say married, happily married, and y'all just, man, sex is truly the bad.
It's different.
It intensifies. It's I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't like, man, what the hell?
It's
Or maybe we
definitely
getting
different.
old or something. I don't know. Well, I ain't getting no. That's a lie.
It's
But that,
different. It's definitely
yeah,
different.
like wow, it was powerful. It was more powerful. Like
Yeah.
dang,
Yeah. Yeah.
wasn't like this before. I don't think.
And I will give y'all a nugget just because of, I just had an aha moment based off the conversation we had a few minutes ago. This is will help you continue to learn and grow individually. The same
Hey,
message,
Tawana,
the same message that you
I'm gonna
are
tap her next
giving
year.
out to, whether it's your spouse, your significant other, other people, when you verbally say that at your mouth, sometimes God is allowing you to say it, to be a teacher, but also to be a student of your own words. So the message that you giving, is that a message for yourself? The message that you are giving, or you feel like they need to do this or they need to do that, is it also a message for you? Because I've seen it. I've seen it.
Oh wow.
And I reflect on that. So if I tell Mon to do something, or I'm about to tell him to do something, or I think you need to, I ask myself, okay, Candace, are you doing that? Are you doing, or if we just in conversation and I say it, it's like, okay, let me think. So sometimes, as you are the teacher, you're also the student of your own words.
A good teacher is always a student.
So how have we made it 20 years in marriage?
God, 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 and good, coming from good stock. I believe that. God, 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 God. Okay, what I'm going in order. God, and then our parents and good stock. It's just coming from good stock. I truly believe that. Like seriously, we wouldn't have, if it wasn't for God, we wouldn't have made it. It's real talk. I know that could be cliche, but nah, that's real life. We would not have made it. We both come from good stock. Her parents is just world class. Um, I got world class parents, great upbringing. You know, both parents. That God and our parents.
Okay, so I'm gonna add on to that because
And God,
I definitely,
one more
definitely,
time.
definitely, definitely agree with that. Those two by far. And so I would add, we've made it this far
And then
because
two, third, we wanted to.
yeah,
We wanted to
the
get.
want and the desire. Ooh,
We
that's
had a
good.
want. We had a desire to stay married.
Yeah,
Both of us did.
yeah.
We both wanted to still be married.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was good. Come on here. You gotta want it. You gotta have a vision, and you gotta want it. So those three, I definitely agree. I believe our friendship is what has continued to keep us in this. Love, like I say this a lot, is that I genuinely know, even when it don't look like it sometimes, that Mon loves me. I know that. I know it. I know he loves me. And so that helps me push through. That helps me when we going through the push through. So I would say that our friendship, love, and if I be very honest, the healing work that I did through that life coaching program has been extremely beneficial and impactful for our marriage, because I changed. We're not an hour over, we 7 minutes over for our marriage, because doing the work, and that's that personal growth, which caused me to show up differently. So yeah, that's why I feel like yeah, good. So that's a little bit of scoop into what our marriage has been about for the last 20 years. Just a little bit, but 20 years of marriage, you can go on and on and on. So we hope you all took something away from it, to encourage you, to give you some hope, give you some inspiration.
This top is too sweet.
I want some of that then. I can't even drink. If you all are at a place in your relationship, your marriage, where you need support, reach out. We do a lot of conscious sharing with our couples, because they are us. They are at a place where we were at. If they come into us, they are where we were at. And the Power Couple program has saved some marriages from entering into divorce. So yes, I'm grateful to God that he even gave us everything that we needed to put that together, so that the couples that work with us discover who they are, but more importantly, discover who God is, because it's a spiritual program, and it's that connection that they get with God as well as with each other. So if you need support, if your marriage is in a crossroad, you thinking about divorce, you're not communicating effectively, you're not being heard, your sex is out of order, you're not doing that, your finances is out of order, because what we've seen happen is that couples that work with us, the return on investment, I'm gonna say, is 1,000%. The return on your investment in you, I'm gonna say, it's really priceless. But you in the physical, in the human realm, what you see is, we've seen people get promotions, new jobs, doors open up, and I just truly believe that be God saying, well done, because you saw and you put in the work. Let me bless you. Let me bless your kids. The kids even start showing up differently from the couples that we working with. So if you need support, whether it's couples, whether it's individuals, you can go to that link and you can sign up for a discussion session. Or you see how I'm just letting him feel on me? I ain't fighting him. I ain't pushing his hands out for me. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody saw that.
Yeah, they see your hand on my butt. So if y'all need support, even individually, because when you are your best self, if you single, when you your best self, you're going to attract somebody that matches that energy. So get at us if you need life or couples coaching. And babe, can I have a kiss to seal the deal? Y'all can also get the book at www.lulu.com, lulu.com. And we have a marriage retreat. If you want to attend the marriage retreat, also I don't want to even do a whole bunch of advertisement. I just want to get the couples who really know they want to do it and they ready to do it.
You tell them we're going to Broken Bow?
No, because we got to make sure Broken Bro is there. But we going somewhere. We'll be somewhere. So if you're interested, we posted a link on my page, on the Couples Lounge page. It's basically a information, like I want the information. So you just fill out the form, and we're going to keep those couples that are interested up to date. Because of my mind and how this retreat is going to be, we really want couples that are ready and want it and are interested. All right, give me a kiss. Good show. He ain't got. Ooh, his lips y'all so soft. Ooh, I love him.
One more time, dude.
Okay. I had to tell Mon, don't be doing your lips like this when you ready to kiss. I just need his lips like soft. I just need them soft.
Let me see.
One more time. Like that. No, you see, he trying to go too far. No. I love y'all. Y'all have a amazing Saturday. We'll be back here. Also, y'all, we are looking for couples that would like to be a guest on the show to share your love story. To share your love story and what you have made it through. All of that. So if you are interested in joining us on the show, DM me. We got spots in August as well as September. So y'all know what time we go live. And if y'all know an amazing couple that should be on here, tell me their name or tag me on their page and I will reach out to them. Make sure also, okay, this is my last thing. We are still doing the referral program. If you refer somebody in they book, then you get a reward. You get a cash reward. And yeah. So amazing. The anniversary follow right here. Yay, Isaac. Woo, 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 woo. We love the men, especially that follow the show. We love y'all. And we love all of y'all that comment and give y'all perspective, give y'all feedback. We love y'all. Do couples retreat. We ain't married. Laugh out loud. Next, I got a few folks to send y'all. Cool. We love y'all. We out. Bye.